again. Theoretically, it's running better. But was it only running better because I wasn't streaming? Let's find out together. Let's find out together. Boy, I sure hope that it just wants to work now. That'd be really nice. Well, we're off to a great start. Vagrants have recently painted the tarp red. Water drips from it. Ooh, more stuff. Mega Beano's prescription lenses. Tell me everything. Discover your inner Beano. Nausea-inducing hell glasses. Whose idiotic idea were square and beige plastic frames anyway? Beige is a color that does not look good on anyone, not to mention that seeing the world through these exceedingly thick lenses almost feels nauseating. Alright, maybe we could give someone their glasses back, because I am running out of inventory space, unfortunately. And I don't want to give myself a headache. I'm pretty sure Harry's head would explode. Ooh, what do we need? Crowbar time? Let's try it. Yeah. Postcard. This one has hell written on its back. It could not be further from the truth. It's the Boomiers, and Couron, the nicest district in Revachol West, is enjoying a sun-drenched day. Tall and handsome buildings rise from the riverside, steel, iron, and yellow limestone, with cloud shadows sliding on the facades. I mean, somebody didn't like it. Probably put away the crowbar. Might be a good plan. Money! Take all. Let's see. I don't know how far we can really go here. And they should focus and go talk to people, but you know me, I can't focus. Big wine canister, open and empty. Is that a human? Ooh, it sure is.
The smell. It's awful and familiar.
What is it?
Don't you recognize it? That hideous pungency. That faintly cloying sweetness. Only death smells like that. Something cold wakes in the pit of your stomach. Fear. It is death. It must be.
Heads up, Lieutenant. Something's not right here.
The lieutenant has already brought a handkerchief to his nose. There's some tear, an empty cigarette package, and a crumpled kebab wrapper in the trash bin.
Examine the tear.
2 empty bottles of Tallulah vodka and a can of black potent porter is all you find. No, there's more in there. Livis strawberry liquor, plus some Pilsner bottles too. Better not pick them up. They seem unhygienic.
A tragedy.
The lieutenant looks in the can, eyes watering from the smell.
He shakes his head with genuine sadness.
Examine the cigarette package.
Whoever tossed it here was a heavy smoker. The brand name reads Red Astra. Red Astra is the black market version of Astra cigarettes, known for their high tar content.
Examine the kebab wrapper.
You see traces of mayonnaise and ketchup on it, as well as a tomato wedge. The wrapper reads Shish Kebab Revachol. It's no older than a day or two. No mold yet. It's hard to concentrate in the smell. The sea air brings some relief.
I don't want to go up to the dead body. It's definitely a dead body. coin-operated viewer has been out of order for years. Let's look at the trash again. Good trash.
There's some tear.
Nope,
An
that's
empty
everything we looked at all. Okay.
A man lies on the boardwalk, his limbs bent and neck turned at an unnatural angle. Right next to him is an empty bottle of spirits. In his cramped hand, a chewing gum wrapper. Half of his body has slipped between the cracked boardwalk, starting with the right leg. The fall has left him broken, contorted like a sad puppet. The smell is not as bad as a 2-week-old corpse, but it's definitely heading there.
Hold on.
The lieutenant squats next to the corpse and examines his face. 2 bulging eyes stare back at him, void of any signs of life.
Lividity is faintly pronounced. Whoever this is has been dead for 2 days. No longer. We need to investigate.
He stands up and shivers as a gust of wind blows through his bomber jacket.
Another dead body. This is your job. Steel yourself. Calm now. Carefully. Just another day. Just another dead body. Breathe.
Study the man's clothes.
He's wearing mud-caked boots, beige trousers, and an old brown leather jacket with a bright blue lining. There are traces of kebab sauce on his chest.
I was really hoping that this wasn't the lady's husband. It's not Lena's husband, but it's the bookstore lady's husband, the one who was out front and worried. Because that's what his jacket was like. I'm almost 1,000% sure. God damn it.
The leather jacket suits him well. It must be custom made. A cool leather jacket with a bolt of blue? Oh no, this sounds terribly familiar.
Search his pockets.
You find some sunflower seeds and a rain-soaked library card folded into 2. His jacket feels sodden and heavy under your hand.
Good. We should take a look at that library card after this is done.
That's where he said he was going. Study the man himself.
The man has fallen through a crack in the boardwalk and hit his head against the metal bench. Coagulated blood covers his black hair. One of his feet is still dangling through the hole. A bad fall. It might have been dark outside. This place is a minefield in the dark.
Examine his face.
His expression is dull, like the sea behind him. Drops of water shining on his mustache. His eyes, empty and wide, look frightening in their frozen gaze. Height, 170 to 175 centimeters. Curly hair, stout build. Age, approximately 50 to 60 years. He was confused when he died. Confused and alone, most likely. Overcome with the awful surprise of it all.
This is horrible. Study the surroundings.
There's some dried blood on the metal bench, right where the corpse's head rests. The floorboards are rotten and slippery wet around the hole. An empty bottle lies nearby. A chewing gum wrapper is clutched in his fist.
Examine his head.
A dried chunk of blood covers the hair at the back of his head. An open wound. It's sticky and cold to your touch. This is what killed him.
I don't see any other major wounds, do you?
Hard to say.
Seems like the head wound was fatal. It's exactly the shape of the bench.
Step on the floorboards.
They screech under your feet ominously. It's hard to say whether the dead man's weight was the cause of the boardwalk to break. It definitely looks fragile. You see waves churning below. Something cracks beneath your feet. He could have easily disappeared into the sea through that hole, and you would have never found him.
Examine the bottle.
A .75 liter Tallulah vodka with its cap missing. There's hardly anything left inside.
Tear all around us.
He looks at 2 other bottles near the coin-operated viewer, then at your yellow plastic bag.
I'd prefer if you didn't collect them this time. It's not proper.
I won't, Kim.
True. It feels disrespectful.
Ugh, examine the chewing gum wrapper.
Grabowski spearmint chewing gum. Green leaves on the cover. The man's mouth is half agape from the terror of the fall.
Look in.
The blackness of death. Stench. You think you see white chewing gum too. Confirmed. Nearly the whole pack is there. Solidified on his lower rear teeth.
He ate the whole pack, right? It's to cover the smell of alcohol before going home. The worst thing is, I've seen it before. Almost the same scenario. Even the chewing gum. It's always the same.
The entire boardwalk creaks in the wind as you take a step back.
Well, I know who he is.
Looks like one of the locals. He'd have to know this spot to come here. You don't just walk over here.
He looks south the way you came. Oh, come on. Laptop, don't fail me now.
But that's just a lazy assumption. What do you think?
Game, please.
A dead working class man with a bottle in his hand? Don't deceive yourself. You know who this is.
We know who this is. It's the working class woman's missing husband, dead on the boardwalk. It's a cool fun time for everything to not work. I love it.
The woman you met at the book stand? Why do you think it's her husband?
He looks at the bundle of flesh and rags lying on the ground. I mean, look, all of these are compelling, but the jacket matches her description perfectly.
The bright blue lining? Well, he's definitely someone's husband.
Alright, well, we got a skill point for finding a really sad dead man. Unbearable. Horrid. A shame. Terrible. Okay, because we could also forget something. I think. Because I don't... Oh, or we could just open a new one up. Which is really tempting. Just because that's not something that I remember to do often. I don't think there's anything I'm dying to up. I think there technically is. Actually, I think there is. I think logic or interfacing. And I can think of 2 things with the interfacing off the top of my head. What are those both at? Logic's 5. Where's interfacing? They're both at 5. Let's do interfacing. And then I'll do logic next time. Because the thing that, one of them is stupid. One of the things is I know I could try to peel that sticker off of the lock again. That was an interfacing thing. And the other thing is, we have to forge signatures on that letter that we don't want to send forever. And it said that that was interfacing based. So I think I was just thinking that the higher I could get that, the better. But if I do logic, I can talk shit to those boys again, who I have to go talk to anyway. Which might be tempting. Alright, fuck it. Fuck it. Decisions, logic. Let's go. What do you think happened here?
Death by misadventure. He slipped and fell through the boardwalk. A truly unfortunate accident. If it wouldn't have been for that bench, he'd be alive.
It's not related to the lynching at all. Do you think he was drunk?
Oh yes.
What about alcohol poisoning and liver failure?
Some symptoms of acute alcohol poisoning could have definitely played a role here. Severe confusion, respiratory depression, unpredictable behavior. But I think that death arrived through head trauma, not liver failure.
We know what happened. Someone should be held responsible for this broken boardwalk. It's dangerous.
They'll seal this place off after the news reaches the coalition officials. I doubt that they have enough resources to actually repair the boardwalk. Not that sealing it off would keep anyone away. All it does is keep the city council's hands clean.
He smiles sourly. It shouldn't ask about the kebab, but it's there.
What about it? The deceased ate some kebab. It's probably from a nearby place, maybe in the parks.
Sometimes a kebab is just a kebab.
Okay, well you let me ask about it, you bitch. Alright, conclude.
It does seem to be a pretty straightforward misadventure, although there's still a question of identifying the body.
What should we do with him?
From where I stand, I can see two options. We either take the case and follow the leads to identify the body on our own, or we report back to the station and leave this for our colleagues to handle.
We found him, we should finish this.
Alright, we should first examine the library card you found. Then we can call the station from my kinema. Let them know we are taking the case.
Okay. We already know it's him. I have zero doubt. Library card found from a pocket of the dead man on the Martinez boardwalk. It's still slightly damp to the touch. The cover bears the stamp of the Jamrock Public Library.
The library card is folded into two and still slightly wet to the touch. The front side reads, Central Jamrock Public Library Card, issued to Billy Mejean, expires July 53. Billy is a unisex name. Could be the deceased, or his family member.
Look inside.
Whoever owns this card is an avid reader. You find a list of books written in blue pencil. Radio thriller. Stand a little less between me and the sun. The last one in the list is The Glinton Curve by M. Theobald. A library stamp indicates that the book has been returned.
There's no way in hell that you have a library card that records every single book you check out. Do you know how many books that people check out?
Most of these titles seem to be in the sci-fi genre. Some thrillers too.
Look at the backside. Oh, well, no. It is written on the card. Alright, look at the back.
If lost, please return the card to the library. Dial 005 02 55211 or visit us at Moreau Street, 78, Jamrock. Business hours, 900 to 1800.
Good. We should give them a call from my kinema. See if we can learn anything about Billy Mejean.
Dead body on the boardwalk. Call the library, call the station. Alright. Depressing! What am I thinking? Careful there, those floorboards look rotten and weak. Ugh. Dark. Moonshine probably smells like tasty fermentation. Inapprops. Is this a different spot than we were before? Might be. No, I don't think so. I think that might have been different if anything was. But I also don't think there's much else to do. Let's look at this thing again. Filthy jacket. I literally don't think I have clothing space anymore. Oh no, it's an interact thing. Good. This filthy rag has been at the mercy of the elements for quite some time. It's streaked with seagull shit and abnormally stiff from God knows what natural processes you can't even tell what brand it is.
As you hold it in your hands, it makes an uncomfortable crunching sound.
How did this jacket get so disgusting?
It's a sordid, filthy tale, not for the weak. Are you sure you can stomach it?
Yes.
Some secrets are better left uncovered. Don't even try. Seriously.
Think about it.
It occurs to you that you're not even holding the jacket itself, but rather the thick crust of jetsam and seagull shit that ensconces it. It smells like a dead sea creature, tangled in grey strands of seaweed. It must have spent quite some time in the water before the tide deposited it ashore.
Okay, but what is the crust made of?
Somehow, it was carried or dragged to the boardwalk. If not by human hands, then perhaps the feral dogs that prowl the beaches at night. The faint impressions of many footprints are also present, though it's impossible to tell what kind or how many. Suffice to say, the jacket spent some time on the ground before someone draped it over the railing.
What happened when someone put it on the railing?
The crust is hard. This jacket spent at least a day baking in the sun. Who knows what happened to it then?
I'm just gonna pretend I didn't think about any of this.
It's too late. You've already thought about it, and now your hands are covered in muck.
You, flick your hands.
Now you're just flicking that shit everywhere. This is a disaster. You'll never get the smell out.
How dare you? What did we do this for? Kim was right. I love that, like, it literally won't let me wear it. It's kind of funny. They don't trust me, and they shouldn't. Oh no, I was trying to fix my morale. Jesus. I guess we could use the phone up here for a call, but I don't think we need to. I think we might as well just use Kim's for free. Alright, we're gonna save because this is working so tremendously poorly. Again. I'm not certain if we could walk around more, but I think I'm gonna try to rein myself in a little bit here and talk to the children over here. Is that different or the same? Oh boy. Oh, come on, computer. Full of holes, could the post hide treasure? Look inside. Doesn't seem like I actually can look inside. Oh my god, the chug. Why is this laptop so determined to die? Why?
Hello again.
Do I have anything new to say? Apparently not. Okay, just the boys. I'll save before you go in there in case everything explodes. Do I mean the game or my computer? Who can say? Alright, goodbye, Kim. Hell yeah. Smells like sweat and laundry detergent, plus a trace of ether.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
He looks excited, the tips of his hair are sharp and white, the bleach has consumed almost all of the toothbrush on the mirror in front of him. Oh yeah. Still don't have a very good chance with that. Alright, let's run through everything. About the church, I checked it out.
And? What happened?
I talked to the Kraken.
Oh man! Who is he? What did you think?
Seemed okay, to be honest. Very spiritual.
Really? Huh. Interesting. What's he doing in the church?
Just preaching and praying from the looks of it.
No matter. Is he gonna be a problem? Yeah, Noid is right. Let's get back to the point. What are we gonna do about him?
These guys will never catch him. You will never catch him. There's nothing to do.
Yeah, actually he told me he wouldn't mind the nightclub at all.
I dunno, man. Doesn't it feel like a major hindrance to you? A spooky guy climbing around when all the guests are trying to have nice friendly hyper time?
He's a feature. Don't worry, I don't think he really gives a damn about you or anyone else.
I guess it's not a massive problem, now that I think of it.
Everyone is welcome to dance till the morning light! Yeah! Maybe. I guess we'll figure something out. Okay, but what about the other spooker? The one in Grandma's clothes? Did you see her?
He was using the mainframe when Suna, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident, appeared.
A programmer? That's odd. What was she like? Did you ask her about the nightclub?
She said you guys haven't been completely honest with me about your plans.
Come on, man. Who will you trust? A spooky programmer or us? We just want to make the world a better place. Feel the love! Get down and feel it!
The stuffy tent muffles the last two words. The command fails to impress.
A half-hearted sell of something which does not seem worth buying.
The love? No, I'm really not feeling it at all.
You'll get there, believe me. When we've got our gear set up, things will be flowing and pumping. Anyway, now that it's settled, how did she seem? I mean, disposition-wise, about the dance club idea. Ja oder nein? Rocking it or dropping it?
She did not like the anodic dance club idea.
What a pity! That's my favourite thing in the world! And she doesn't like it at all!
A shame. What can we do now? Do you see a way out of this jam and into a laser-lit future of dance and unity? Unity! Dance!
She made it very clear that she won't leave until her own project is finished.
And you can't just evict her?
No, I won't evict her. We have to come up with a different solution.
Look at you, Honor Man!
No, Noid. He's right. Maybe we've approached it the wrong way after all. I'm sure there's a workaround. We can make a deal not to bother her. If that's okay with her, we only want to get in the church and spread the joy and ecstasy of music. The lines in the dark exist. Coexist.
At least Crabman seems like an advanced being. He's hard. He'll understand.
Yeah, he can do his climbing thing in the tower. And the programmer, does she like anodic dance music?
She absolutely does not, really truly despises it.
Egghead cannot believe what you just said. It makes him pump the jam a little slower for a moment, but then he returns to the full swing of it.
Oh my god.
No worries, we'll figure it out. If coexisting fails, you can always muscle her out, right? If it's all okay with you, what do you think?
No, I refuse to throw her out, but I can try convincing her.
Excellent! Good luck, my friend.
Okay, we're getting slightly better chances here. I know Noid has his signs, but what's the deal with Egghead there? If I could read words, it would be so good for me. It's okay, my laptop can't process words
He's
either.
a quiet man, mostly communicates through music, and by being a master of ceremonies.
How do you communicate with him? Let's see if we can do an order, maybe. Please, laptop.
You know, a host, a declaimer of slogans. He's a performer, gets the people going.
How do you communicate with him?
Well, he's just kind of here. I don't really know how to communicate with him.
Have you ever really talked to him?
Yeah, sometimes. When I stumble and find my way into his center, you have to hear a lot of hardcore to the mega first though.
The man smiles mysteriously. choosing to let the beat speak for itself. I get it. He's a puzzle.
Alright, let's retry our logic.
A number of things don't add up. Let's take a look. How about gather around, kids?
I don't want drama. I got bad news for you, Andre. Things don't add up.
What things?
He senses something is wrong.
Yeah. I mean, look, they could want to do both. This isn't the makings of a club, it's a tent full of laboratory equipment for manufacturing drugs.
I have no idea how you arrived at that conclusion, but it's wrong. Look, we even have speakers.
He points at the speaker.
One speaker. They have one speaker.
Yeah, let's just run through. Where's his friend? Did he lose his friend?
What do you mean, friend?
The other speaker, you only have one.
It's a one-speaker system. It's monodynamic. You wouldn't know the first thing about sound reproduction in anodic music. Other speaker.
This may be the brain damage talking, but you've definitely never heard of monodynamic or one-speaker systems.
You have no headphones. Wouldn't Estelle, I think that was what it was, need her headphones to spin tape?
What do you know about spinning tape? Nothing.
But Nosifed is here for its active ingredient.
He said it was for his nose. What more do you want?
Likely pseudoephedrine, almost exactly the shape of ephedrine. Ephedrine makes you happy, and so does pseudoephedrine.
Distilled water, cornerstone of a clean lab. I told you guys.
And of all cellular-based life, what's your point, Lawbringer?
There's no need for me to pile on any more, is there?
No shit.
Yeah, in short, you tried to use a police detective to set up a drug lab.
That's... Come on, that's...
Preposterous.
I meant to say, not true.
As soon as said you've been lying about your plans, your answer is very unconvincing.
Fuck, man. It's difficult to get along with some people, but we're trying to make an effort. We are on a mission here.
So what are we gonna do with you?
What do you mean, do?
There's resignation in his voice. He's almost ready to drop the act. It wouldn't take a lot of pushing. The optimal way to go about this would be indifference. It begins by you telling him you don't care about any of this.
I'll take the advice. I don't really care, I just wanted to crack the case. Do what you want and I'll do what I want.
Really?
Really, I wanted to ask you about something else.
You wanted to just ask me about something else?
Or you can tell me the plan for the church.
He thinks for a moment, then opens his mouth, but closes it again, then finally raises his hands.
Things are just way too hard for an entrepreneur in this city. It's not like we're not going to turn the church into the wickedest club in East Revachol. Because we are! We totally are! We just got to turn it into a speed lab first.
Oh, yeah, of course.
You know, to get our foot in the door.
And why did you need me?
Like I told you, spooky arseholes moved in while I was getting all this stuff together. A month ago, the place was empty, and now it's all spooked up.
They're not really spooky, are they?
No, man. They're spooky, all right. It's just that they would also probably call the police if we started cooking speed in there. But the sign was way off, too. I couldn't feel the love at all. So, what now?
This is it. Judgment time.
You can really tell them to make a lab. Oh my god. I'm not asking for a bribe, I'm not arresting them, I'm not evicting them. Though that is one of the safer options. Not telling them to start a drug lab. We're gonna try to see if they actually care about music. Let's do this clean. No speed lab, just a club for anodic music.
Yeah!
The young man's smile widens to inhuman proportions, his teeth a beam in the floodlight.
I knew it.
The would-be leader drops his spiked head between his knees.
It's impossible now.
No, Andre, it's harder now. This hard cop has come to show us how much the fish is, and the fish is always so much more. We all know there was never going to be a club for Nordic music with the Speed Lab. Now it has a fighting chance.
What's that about a fish?
There needs to be a club for Nordic music in there. Needs to. Everyone hates each other. Everybody hates it here. It's all just drugs and we're slaves and I can't. We are running out of time. We need a win, Andre. I promise this will be a win. We won't cook speed in there. We'll do it clean. We'll do it true. We'll do it sober and real and beautiful. This will be a victory for the light.
Right, let's call this instant crime prevention, but I have my eye on you.
Okay, we'll try to do it without the drugs.
He raises his head from between his knees.
We'll do a straight club up in there, spinning the maddest reels, and nothing but. I swear to God. Okay, Egg?
From here on, it'll be straight all the way.
Aw, you don't have to make it straight.
Goodbye, officer.
Oh boy, I don't know if I trust them, but we sure did our dangdest.
We're close.
This is the young man with the tape player and the large Bordera boots. Long-shaped trees sprout over. Oh, I can't say words. Long-shaped trees sprout onto his silver belt buckle.
True, hard, full, car. Hardcore. Hardcore to the mega. Internally coherent. All car, all right. Yeah.
He furrows his brow as his very large head traces the sublime invisible movement of the music in the very real air of the stuffy tent.
Hardcore. Ah!
He lets out an agonized roar of the feverish, obviously not too hardcore beat below. So hardcore.
Is it though?
He stops dead in his tracks, tilting his head to the side. I know this is like puzzly. I was just thinking that a moment ago.
One mind, one spirit. There's no other world. There's no other life.
Huh? I see you're here again. Off-sign, man. Did I mention getting us into the church would help?
I saw a sticker on the padlock. Can you tell me anything about it?
A sticker? You mean the yellow one? Can you describe it to me?
Interesting. He wants you to describe it, though he already knows what it looks like.
Yeah, why describe it if you already know what I mean?
So I can hear you do it. Sometimes the outside gaze helps us reflect on things.
Noid, don't bother our guests with your games.
Piss off, Andre. Me and Mr. Cop are trying to discuss art.
You shouldn't talk like that.
I don't mind a little foul language here and there.
Cool. The ban on foulness. That's the moralist plot to alienate us from our bodily functions so they can control us more fully. Anyhow, what was the sticker like?
Alright, it's a yellow circle, the human face with X's for eyes and a smile underneath. I think the X's mean the guy is dead.
Good, good. What did you want to know?
What makes this sticker so modern?
Simplicity was brought to us by classical soul artist modernism, but that was a tasteful, harmonious simplicity, right? Well, hardcore is not tasteful or outwardly harmonious. It's a warning shot. This will be dangerous. The echo of man's loss, haunting him. The sticker, the clothes, the music, same thing.
Let's agree with him. We're supposed to be getting on the same level with him. Seems awesome.
It is.
Was I right? Is a dead guy smiling?
Yes, you're the 23rd person to get it right. And I've asked 23 people. Looks like it's a dead guy smiling to the entire human race.
Why do you think that's so?
We're all the same. Same eyes, same smiles, same death.
Okay, what does it mean?
He defeated history. We are living in the age of history, and in the eyes of history, we are always already dead. How can we ever smile then? Because history is a lie, and so are its deaths. The present moment and life are the hardcore. The hardcore expels death. Or maybe he's not dead. Maybe he's just really ecstatic about the beats.
I think we've exhausted the subject for now.
I guess one could write an entire treatise on the thing. But what for?
What about now? Are the signs all right now?
Nah. Still strongly out of sync. Stage gamma disalignment.
What?
You heard me.
Alright, I'll come back. I want to try this one more time.
We're close. True, hard, full, core. Hardcore. Hardcore to the mega. Internally coherent. All core. All right.
He furrows his brow.
Hardcore. Ah. Is it though? But is it? I mean, really?
He tilts his head to the other side like an owl.
Feels like you should reply with the very pinnacle of idiocy here, so that things get totally transcendent. But you haven't gotten there yet, so you don't know what to say.
Under the radar. Over the top.
What does this mean? Ugh, okay. I think that a cell will talk to us now.
Hello again.
Oh, please, laptop. Your associates tried to use me to set up a drug lab. I'm guessing you knew of this plan. Oh, please, laptop. Come on. Consider working. Does it work so well and then just shit the bed again? And that is not the button I clicked either. Why? My game.
Well, it's just questioning, right? You're just questioning me. It's what cops do.
Dang it.
Go ahead. I did, and I'm sorry. For what it's worth, which isn't much.
This is why I didn't go into the tent. Typical delinquency.
The lieutenant looks at the ocean, squinting his eyes.
You don't get to choose your posse, they choose you. Mine are idiots, but they're mine. I tried to talk Andre out of it. I even tried not to lie to you.
Indeed, she merely tried to omit the truth instead.
Instead, you opted to omit the truth. It's the same thing.
I know, but I knew you'd see through their plan too. I'm not an idiot. I should have been able to control them, and I will in the future. I promise. May I ask, what did you tell them?
Do eat you well with your dance club plans, just no drug labs, please.
Thank you. I'll get them under wraps, I promise.
Alright, you better. Okay. I think probably don't really have any reason to go back inside right now. It is getting late, if I was reading the clock correctly. Oh, convince Suna. Okay, I guess we actually should go back in. Okay, I guess we'll go back in. And then maybe we should head back. Because we have a lot. We have so much on. We have so many things to do. Ugh. Okay, let's go back in, talk to Suna. And then consider heading back to Whirling. Consider heading back to Whirling. I am walking all wrong, aren't I? Oh my god. I don't really want to kick Suna out anyway, but if I can help her, that would be cool. I'm extremely interested. But it is also getting really late. I should let Kim get some sleep. Because I'm a nice person who cares about my partner. Oh my god, game. Computer. Combination therein. Alright, let's save before we do this. I know I just saved, but...
Yes, what is it?
Yeah, what if you didn't have to leave? I talked to Andre, he wants to make it work.
I don't want to make anything work.
She replies, her expression remains unchanged. You don't want to make anything work?
Yes, anything. I don't want to make anything work.
It's not the anodic dance music that's made her bitter. It's the failure of Fortress Accident.
I'm bringing it up. It's probably a mistake. Are you bitter because of your radio game... Because your radio game project failed?
That's right. If we couldn't get our Welkins to happen, I don't want anything to happen. Ever again.
There's not a trace of irony in her voice. She means it.
Oh! Interesting. Okay, well we saved her before this, and we can try it again, and we have a really good chance of doing it.
Easy.
Yes.
When her research is done, she can move out.
Alright, listen, about your research, you mentioned earlier that it's not going very well. Maybe I can help with something.
What? No, I don't really need any help with the project.
But if I could help you finish the project, that you wouldn't have to live in a church next to the boom boom anymore, just think about it.
She thinks about it. A glassy look in her eyes. A gust of wind brings more snow in from the broken gallery. It touches her hair.
Alright. Bring me the game's off-site copy from my old workspace, if you really want to help. It's stored on a filament memory, and I'm unable to go and fetch it myself.
Is this the filament you're looking for?
No, that's the production schedule you stole and accessed without authorization. I don't need it.
She's tapping the table in badly concealed impatience.
In his defense, it was simply lying in the desk drawer of an abandoned cubicle.
Okay, but still,
What's an offsite copy and why do you need it?
it's a backup of my former employer's project, the radio game we were working on. It's stored on a filament memory, just like the one inside this radio computer.
She points to the glowing cube inside the machine.
She's making it extra simple for you.
The backup itself is destroyed now, but I'm hoping to use what's left of it to pinpoint the exact location of the anomaly. You just have to go to my old workspace and get the filament.
Hold on. If it's called an off-site copy, then why is it still on-site?
Compelling point.
Oh god, not this again. It is not on-site. It is in the basement. Perfectly safe and not connected to the front at all.
Basement? Sounds like it's technically still on-site.
And no, taking it outside the building wouldn't have protected it from the data loss. There's nothing wrong with keeping the backup in the basement. What happened was a freak accident that has nothing to do with how the backup was stored. We clear?
She stares at you with pleading, furious eyes.
This is clearly a painful topic for her. She must have had to explain herself numerous times.
Alright, by your old workspace, do you mean the studio of Fortress Accident in the doomed commercial area?
Yeah, that's the one. You can get in through the bookshop. You just have to do some explaining to the bookstore lady.
Actually, I've already been inside the doomed commercial area.
Good. Then you might know the giant ice bear fridge in the building's cellar. The filament is inside the fridge. Just go and get it.
And where exactly is the offsite copy?
In the giant ice bear fridge. I just told you. It has red glowing eyes. It's impossible to miss. You just need to get the offside copy from the ice bear.
But you've been to the fridge and it wasn't there. There was a note saying,
I found a note on the ice bear fridge. It said the offsite copy had been moved to a safer place.
Wait. A note from whom? Did it specify where they took the filament memory?
It said the offsite copy had been taken to a nearby ice cream maker. The note was signed by someone named Sulislav.
Zawiza. Of course. Our project lead, Sulisław Zawiza. God, he was always so hell-bent on keeping the copy somewhere safe. And feature creep, and the Valley of the Heads. Like it would have made a difference. The offside copy was perfectly safe when the data loss happened. That data loss was anomalous.
She crosses her arms defiantly.
And the heads. I won't even get into the heads. Millions of them. Go find that copy from that ice cream maker, will you?
Valley of 1,000 Heads. You like the sound of that.
Oh god. We don't have to tell her about the body. I found the ice cream maker but couldn't get it open. It's completely frozen.
This is getting ridiculous. Can't you just defrost it? Or, I don't know. I don't know about the ice cream maker. Just figure something out.
There's a solution, but she doesn't want to hand it over to you yet. It's a thing. Something she holds dear.
I don't think we should tell her about the body. Why can't you go and get the filament yourself?
The bookstore lady hates me. Says I'm part of the curse. Whatever that means.
Why does she think you're part of the curse?
Because she's from Martinez, and people from Martinez have never ever seen a radio computer. She thinks it emits elemental evil.
What if it does? Don't be too harsh. That's only because of their socio-economic situation.
Yes, but she literally started praying for the higher powers when she first saw my Reim Civic. I'm not making this up.
The lieutenant coughs like he's amused.
Once I came in one morning, only to find that my terminal was full of those strange trinkets and amulets. Wards. It looked like some Semenine magic.
Okay, I was almost gonna say this to be funny, but then I remembered that Kim made me promise that we would never speak of it. Alright, I'll go look for the offsite copy.
Thanks.
Right, she thinks for a moment, then reaches behind the radio computer and hands you what looks like an oversized pry bar.
And here's my Kvalsund multitool. You might need it to hack loose some ice. It opens everything. If you get me the offside copy, then you can keep the Kvalsund.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
It hurts a bit for her to say this. She's not too happy to be parting with the Kvalsund.
I could give it back to you. I mean, I guess for gameplay purposes I probably don't want to, but I could. Alright, I'm glad that we did all that already, so we can just go straight there. Equip this to open locked containers in the world. There's an advanced pry bar +2, if you will, built by Kvalson and Vasa. The number of gadgets hidden within the frame of the yellow and gray multi-tool will stagger any technician. Alright, maybe we can put his shitty old pry bar away then. Okay. I technically have enough money for the dice maker too, so we could go do all that. Alright, we're helping Suna. And helping Suna means we have to go get that thing. Okay. So, we have a million things to do again. I'm gonna take a quick break, and then I think we'll, kind of like losing track in my brain of what I thought I was gonna do. But I think I'm just getting ahead of myself. We talked to the boys. We figured out the dance stuff. We talked to Estelle. Now we can go back to the bookstore area. We can get her what she needs, and we can buy my dice. And then if I want to, I can stop in at the Whirling on the way. We don't have a lot of time left in the day necessarily. We have some, but not a ton. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna take a quick break and then we'll do that. Alright, hello again. Let's go to the doomed commercial area. Oh, can I go do some of these things again? And go bother Kuno another time? Oh, this fucking menu that doesn't want me to go through it. Is that the only new one? I mean, there technically I can do a lot of these again. I did do the church. You missed it. Hello. I'm actually doing something for someone in the church. You missed finding out who the crab man was. Now you're never gonna know. Actually, I think I can fast travel, can't I? Can't I? Some way? I swear that was a thing. Maybe I can't. Who's being extremely bad for the environment and civilization? Well, good for you. I really thought there was a fast travel thing. Maybe I'm not going about it the right way. But I don't know what other way there would be to go about it, so we'll accept our fate. Or maybe I just can't do it from inside. It could be one of those. Oh yeah, and this is the church. I guess you can look at it. I don't know if we can zoom out far enough for you to see. I guess we can just look at it again real quick. We heard a
The mother of
really weird
humanism
story.
stands above you, a precious and complex wax painting on a single pane of glass. A crack runs across the length of her body, her face oval and sad.
You'll never know if it was an actual crabman. You missed it. Um, we learned a really weird story about this lady and about kind of significant world building stuff that, like, there's been little bits and pieces where we've heard about an innocence, and apparently what that is sometimes someone is so special that we just let them rule the entire world. And that's apparently happened a few times in this place. And she was the most recent one, I think. What the actual fuck made me go back and watch the VOD? Yeah, exactly. Do your work. Find out about what the crabman's like. You'll never know otherwise. You could never possibly Google anything. So anyway, she was so special that she got to be one of those people, and apparently when she got told that she was that person, her lungs literally started to glow. So that's why this looks like this. And then ultimately, like 20 years after she got to be a ruler, and it sounded like she was a bit questionable as a ruler, one of the people who was supposed to be like her security guard killed her because he said she wasn't human. So don't really know what's up with that. But we'll find out. Kind of what happened with Jesus. I mean, yeah, I don't think this lady was like Jesus, though. He is a little weirder than that from the sound of it. Oh my god, gotta go to the store any slower. Okay. It is so late at night and I want to do so many things. Let me try the map thing again, actually. Will it work now? Yeah, I just had to be outside. Yeah, I think that's where that'll work. Hell yeah, hell yeah. It's a good mural. Alright, we're on a mission now because one of the people we met in the church ultimately is a programmer who, I don't know, I can't remember what you know and don't know. One of the people who was in the church is a programmer who was working on a game. There was like a game studio in this commercial area. And she's... So, oh god, okay, you missed so many things. Let's...
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut.
So, we talked to her. There's a space in this commercial area thing where there was a game developer. Clearly something went wrong and they shut down. We found part of their work, but we knew from when we had to put body in fridge that someone had moved something from one place to another. I had tried to open this before because that's where it was supposed to be. Couldn't open it. And talking to her, she gave me a way better crowbar, which I actually should equip instead of the flashlight. I'm a fool. Let me get out of this. She gave me a better crowbar so that we can get her something that she needs from the game, because apparently part of what happened to mess up their game was some kind of mysterious anomaly happened that erased all their data. So I think they literally lost everything they had worked on. And she's trying to figure it out. She ended up at that church because we had like a really weird fucking thing happen there. Where some part of the room is silent. And I know that doesn't sound like anything at all, but it's like, it scared Kim. If you just stand in a particular spot, you can't hear anything. Like, it's just weirdly like a dead silent spot, which doesn't make any sense. So Crabman likes that apparently and thinks it's spiritual, and programmer lady is just trying to understand it, because I think she's trying to, I don't know if she necessarily wants to try to recover the game, or if she just wants to understand what the fuck happened, and now that it's something so weird, she like needs to understand it. So she wants us to get like part of their old data that is like corrupted, just to see if she can learn anything from it. So apparently that is hidden in this ice cream machine. And she gave us her real good crowbar so that we could try to open it up.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top.
Sounds like we're not going to have
an
a
electric
good job
freezer
with this.
that appears to be frozen shut. Ice squeaks beneath your Kavalzun multi-tool, but your fingers slip away from the tool The lid shutters tightly as before. Unplugging the ice cream maker will allow it to defrost.
Yeah, that was my original idea, was to unplug it, you fucker. Okay, now I have to remember, which cord, though. So I guess we're gonna go against all my principles and trade out my nice plastic bag for flashlight so we can have 2 tools. Wow, look at me. That thing is ridiculous. I don't know what it's showing me. Okay, let's figure out which cable is which.
This orange machine is buzzing.
I thought it would say.
2 cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby.
Okay, we did this before.
Something close to you dies with a soft electric purr.
Very smart. Opening the lid should be much easier after the ice cream maker has defrosted.
Do I have to let it defrost? Do I have to actually be patient?
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream chip. Ice squeaks beneath your Kavalzun multitool, and it's already unplugged. There's not much else to do other than wait for it to defrost or bulk up and get stronger.
Wait, did I lock it by doing that? Do I, like, literally have to... Fuck. I'm so stupid. Okay, I should have just let it defrost. Okay, well that makes this a dead end for now. Time to get checked. I don't think there's enough time in this world for me to possibly... Okay, I am gonna just make a note about that then, because I'm gonna have to come back and I might have to up my strength to do it, which is annoying and I shouldn't have done it the way I did it, but I did. Okay, ice cream. Filament. Forsuna. It's technically not crazy urgent, but I thought I could do it all at once, and I should have been thoughtful, but I don't know how to be thoughtful. Okay, I do have... Oh, I should have stayed where I was. JK, I'm gonna go buy my dice from the dice maker. Because I have money! And I'm sure I could buy much more responsible things, but much like in real life, why would I do that? I gotta remember how to get to her, though. I feel like that's gonna take me a second. It might not, actually. It might just be right up here. If I'm recalling correctly. Which it might not be. This feels wrong already. Oh boy, auto-saving. What you thinking? Yeah, whatever, who cares. I have to get to Dice Maker. I don't remember how anymore. Shit. So I thought I would just go upstairs. Now I don't remember anything. Like, I remember what it looks like to get to her, but not how to get there. Okay, we already know all this stuff and I don't care about it, quite frankly. No, because that's what's blocked. Damn it, how do I get back to the dice lady? Shit. I didn't think it was that complicated. Kim, why don't you ever remember anything for me? Why don't you care for me, Kim? Why can't you take me back to a place we've been before? Because I think this is just gonna be... There's just like a weird room somewhere. God damn it. It's just the whiteboard. If only I knew how to get around. Because this is annoying me because I think if I yell through this, we'll hear her. She won't tell me where she is if I do that, I bet.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
Oh, that won't help me. Gosh darn it. Let's just, let's get as far out from there as we can, and maybe that'll get me to the landing I need to get to. Hope for the best. Because we definitely need to be upstairs. She's definitely up higher. I just don't know how to get up higher properly. Or how to walk. Walking is hard. I think this is just a weird room. I don't think this is a path, but I could be wrong. Ooh, I could be wrong. It almost looks like stairs. No, that's just that wall. God damn it. That's what I get for being optimistic. Probably should have stayed where I was, but I feel like that was going down, not up. Yeah, because this is down. How did I do this before? Oh, actually, I think I know exactly how I did this before. But I don't think I can do that again because it's way too late at night. I also don't think I'm right. Yeah. Fuck! How do I go upstairs? Yeah, it's a gym to get jacked at. I almost died last time I tried to get jacked in this gym. Because this is blocked off, I think. Oh my god, and the game doesn't want to work, which is good. That's good for me. Oh, things have not been going smoothly today. And now I'm lost on top of everything else. My laptop is conspiring against me. My lack of a sense of direction is conspiring against me. It's all going wrong. There has to be another path because I fucking got to her before. Maybe it is like in the basement. Maybe there's another path that I'm not thinking of down there, but I guess we'll have to see. I would have figured it was back this way. But I clearly don't know. That's not anything. And I technically don't need these dice. I just thought it would be good to do multiple things at once. My first mistake, trying to do multiple things at once. Can't zoom out any more than this. I'm just gonna have to give up in a second and go do something else. Because I don't think that's a path. I think this is like a weird room where, yeah, it's a weird room we found something in. Unbelievable. Who knew I was so bad at navigating things? I mean, I absolutely did. Is that, if those the stairs? Is this where I came in? And does that make those the stairs? Or am I just gonna, I'm gonna walk right outside when I do this, aren't I? I genuinely don't know. It's so embarrassing. Someone finally shows up and I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. Cellar window. Money? Telling me I missed money before down here? Unbelievable. I mean, there ain't a goddamn thing else. Okay, then that confirms that that other stairway is gonna just take me outside. you ask me. I might just have to give up on this dice adventure. In shame. Cash money? Yeah, I'm right back. I was like, fuck! How do I get fucking back upstairs? It's fine. I don't need the dice. It's not urgent in any way. It was just a nice extra thing I was gonna do. I'm gonna put away this scary pry bar. I'm gonna have to go back in there anyway, and I'll either look it up or I'll figure it out. So embarrassing. Okay. Well, the good news is you're here to watch me give a guy a dead bird. You know what I had to do to get that. Hello, everyone.
Can I help you?
Maybe it'll be easier to navigate during the day. Maybe? I feel like it was shitty and dark in there anyway, but... God. Okay. Gart, I found a new bird for the whirling.
What is this thing?
Man takes the stuffed bird. It's no biggie, I just thought it would look nice on the wall. I'm that kind of cop. I wanted to apologize for breaking the great squaw by bringing you this ruffed gross.
Okay. Okay, well, this is actually a nice bird. A competent piece of taxidermy.
Hell yeah. I mean, the screen blacked out, but I did a nice thing.
Well, I can fix it to the plaque and have a new bird in the establishment, I guess. So, I don't know. Thank you. I'm gonna go with thank you.
You're so welcome, Gart.
People just don't know how to accept gifts, especially taxidermy. He likes it. He likes the bird. It solves his broken bird problem. This was mostly about the fucking cardio. Massive cardio here. You'll live till 90, or you get a heart attack from running.
Oh my god.
I feel good about our work here today. It's all about the little things, like bringing people random stuffed animals.
You're being sarcastic, Kim, but it's true.
It's not actually about that, but he liked it.
Sarcastic little motherfucker. Okay. There was something else that just occurred to me I could do while I was here. And then it immediately left my brain. What was it? Fuck. The insurance chatters me every time I go to the gym. Oh, I know exactly what it was now. Okay, we're gonna go out to Kim's car. Oh, 'cause you missed something horrid, actually. Another thing, I don't know if you were there or not, but we met a woman outside of the bookstore, and we were convinced that her husband was missing, and we had to, like, really bully her to get her to tell us that her husband was missing, which was the thing that, like, we pulled out of her ass. We didn't know what the fuck we were talking about. But, we got her to admit that her husband was missing, and we said we would help find him.
The surrounding blaze
God damn it.
of the electric lights makes the white on blue police livery of the motor carriage seem beautifully ominous.
Okay, I will absolutely interact with this. But we talked to her, got her to tell us that her husband was missing, got her to tell us a couple of details about him, and I had left the church and was just dicking around because that's what I do, and walked out onto this pier, and walking onto the pier, it's like, oh, it smells like death out here. And I was like, no, please don't make it smell like death out here. And then we walk over to the end of the pier, and someone had, like, one of the boards had broken under someone's foot, and he had, like, fallen, and then he had hit his head on a bench that was on the pier, and he fucking died. Then we went to look at him. It said something, like, she had said something about she made him a coat, and she had lined it with blue fabric to make it nicer for him, and when we looked at him, he was wearing a coat lined with blue fabric. And when we looked at what he had on him, he had a library card, and the last thing she said he was doing was going to the library. So we found her dead husband. So that sucked. So now we have to, like, we could choose to take the case or not take it, and, like, I don't know why we wouldn't. We have to report that we found him. But my brain apparently wants to go on a tangent, much like my own, so, apparently the police car looks pretty. Why am I even thinking about this? Wasn't I supposed to...
Do something important? Something murder-related? There's always something important doesn't mean you can't take a moment to admire this piece of machinery.
Yeah, dude, it was sad. And it was like, it was an accident, but also like he was clearly... Okay, so like there was a trash can next to him and we could see that like he had probably gone through a lot of booze and also he had had a kebab. So he had gone out after returning the book that he was supposed to return to the library to get really drunk on the pier and eat a kebab and get fucked up, and then he died before you get home. And he was like literally, you could tell that he was trying to like get ready to go home because he had like chewed a shit ton of gum to like clean up his breath so he wouldn't smell like booze. It's really fucking sad. Anyways.
This is a Caprice Kanema, the Caprice Motor Corp's follow-up to their highly successful workhorse, Caprice 40, and the answer to the Lum's racing breed, Ferv series. With its air-cooled, rear-mounted 12-cylinder compression ignition engine, driving the rear wheels through a 4-speed manual gearbox, the Kanema is able to reach 100 kilometers per hour in 13.5 seconds, and go on to a top speed of 180 kilometers an hour.
Imagine dying after kebab. I mean, at least, you know, at least he had one nice little trip out to the pier before he fucking accidentally murdered himself. God. Okay, wouldn't it roll over in the first sharp corner?
The high center of balance is offset by a large battery bank mounted at the bottom of the cabin, feeding all the auxiliary systems and making the Kanema effectively a mobile power plant.
Turning your attention to the motor carriage itself.
Even at a standstill, the unibody Caprice Kanema looks sleek and dynamic. The cabin is tilted frontward to give it a more aggressive, hunched look. Someone has waxed it recently.
Jesus Christ, this machine really puts the loco back in locomotion. Very cool. I don't like your machine, Lieutenant. Looks impractical, or a motor carriage, one of many. I don't love any of these, but...
You want to take a closer look?
So proud of his car. Sure. Let's indulge Kim on something he actually likes. What's it packing there?
130.
I reckon that's a 7-liter V12 there.
Jeez. Let out a whistle. Mama's serving some serious macaroni. I'm trying to indulge Kim and make him happy. But also, how do I not say macaroni? I'm gonna miss a real opportunity here because I have to be myself.
You lost me there.
130 kilowatts is a lot of power, Kim.
The Kinema is fast. Feels right at home on the raised motor track. Hard to find something that could overtake it.
Armel Ryu Supersonique, a racing motorbike for the road, could probably do it.
Oh my god. A fine machine. Run your hand over the smooth metal surface.
Yes, an extraordinary machine.
There's gentleness in the lieutenant's voice as his eyes run over the vehicle's contours.
It's nice and all, but why so modest? Put some zing into it. Flare it up. Slam it down.
I mean, he literally did have spinning rims he wanted to put on here.
Helium headlights would improve the range and quality of the visual field a lot. It's a bit girly right now. Fit it with some proper off-road components.
Oh my god. Alright, I'm gonna tell him to slam it because that's what my father would say to do.
Sorry, I'm not following you.
Oh.
Lingo it up.
Yeah, fuck it. Drop the ride to 200 mil. Get the camper to frosty frost minuses.
No, that's porno tuning.
Use bigger words.
Oh my god. Well, what about the spinners then, huh?
Those spinners were elegant, sleek, radiant even. What you're suggesting is porno.
It's what?
Porno. That's short for pornography.
Thanks, Kim. I had no idea.
The sole purpose of pornography is to stimulate one's visual sense to evoke sexual arousal. The same is true with the modifications you're proposing.
Alright, I guess I did get a bit porny there.
I'm sincerely relieved I don't have to try and convince you of that. Back to work?
Oh, fine, Kim. Trying to connect with my bro. Did a terrible job, apparently.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and a metallic drawer slides out from under it.
Oh, I guess I
The
can't
pull-out
put things back in.
toolbox slides back into its nest.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Oh, I guess we have a few things we could do here. Alright, we're gonna call the library because we're gonna confirm that that's... I mean, we know it's who... We know who the body is, but we have a number for the library to call so that we can just kinda... check in. Can't believe you tried to turn Kim's car into the porno-mobile. Would you expect any less?
I'm afraid they're closed. It says here that the library is open from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Alright, well, then I don't know if I should report the body or not yet. I guess we could still. Library, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. I guess I should have considered how late at night I was.
We should try again during business hours.
Anything else, Detective?
Need to report a dead body on the Martinez boardwalk.
One moment.
Game does not like me playing it anymore. Please, please, laptop.
Can you please describe the body? Age, sex, cause of death?
Unidentified middle-aged man, height 170 to 175 centimeters, dark hair, medium build, looks like he slipped, fell through a hole in the boardwalk and hit his head against the metal bench.
We suspect he might have been inebriated when he fell. There were bottles all around him, and traces of vomit on his shirt.
Any signs of violence?
No, seems like it was an accident.
No field autopsy necessary.
You can hear her quickly typing in the background.
What about his belongings? Did you examine his clothes?
He was wearing boots, trousers, and an old leather jacket with bright blue lining. I found a library card from his pockets.
Any information on the library card?
It's from Central Jamrock Public Library. It belongs to someone named Billy Magine.
Good. You have a lead.
Yeah, and it's too late at night for us to call library.
Do you and Lieutenant Kitsuragi want to take the case, or should I assign it to someone else?
We're taking it.
I have assigned the case to Lieutenant Kitsuragi. Please follow up on this library lead to identify the man. We'll send someone to take the body to the morgue. That's all for now. Thank you for reporting in. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Yeah, have you heard back from the ICP about the serial number?
Yes. The armor was produced by Fairweather in their facilities in Betancourt sur la Clé in 42. It was part of a special order for Corps de Pharmacie, a security firm contracted to protect the interests of Oranese pharmaceutical companies in the Semenine conflict.
Please, laptop. Please. I would love to play my video game.
So, it seems the armor went to Semenine. That's where the paper trail ends, though. Even the firm has proven difficult to track. Corps de Pharmacie has been renamed several times over in the years since the armor was issued.
Do you know what it's called now?
The most recently registered firm that the ICP has been able to connect to the CDP is a military contractor called Trinell, and the one before it was Downwell. I think they might be the same contractor.
A suit of armor like this would have been manufactured with a particular person's physique in mind. You should ask for whom this suit was fitted.
Alright, now let's do it all. First, does the firm continue to work for pharmaceutical companies through all the name changes?
Hard to say. Their client list is rather diverse and incomplete. The only constant seems to be that the mercenaries are always deployed in third and fourth world countries.
A suit of armor like this would have been customized to fit the wearer. There must be a record of the person to whom it was issued.
Yes, but the ICP tends to be reluctant to share private sector records. I could try to talk them into it, though.
This is a fun challenge for her, an opportunity to contribute beyond doing her job by rote. She'll gladly put in the extra effort for Team RCM.
Oh my god. Yes, thank you, officer. I really appreciate your efforts in this case.
Glad to help. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully I'll have more for you then.
Okay, I think I already have a note about needing to call. I'm gonna add follow-up. So we'll try that next time we have to put in a call.
57th, over and out.
Alright.
In the cabin, you see
I think, since it's getting late, I think we'll try to send him to sleep, and then maybe I can do one more big thing. Maybe. I don't remember what I had to do to make him leave me alone before, but am I good enough to talk to you again yet?
Hi again, gendarme.
No, I'm not.
Bye-bye, gendarme.
I don't really give a shit about bothering them again. I probably don't have anything new for Lena yet.
Oh, hello, dear.
No,
There
I
you
don't.
are again.
You're such an asshole. Unbelievable. It's just 'cause I'm short. You have to be so mean to me. Okay, let's see if we can make Kim go to bed. No, you don't want to go to bed, Kim?
Yes?
Okay.
Yes?
Maybe I have to say I'm going to bed? Because I thought we could do... I thought maybe we would do the balcony chat again and talk about things, but maybe we just won't. Not being mean, I just find it funny. You're being mean. You're being cruel. Cruel and unusual to me. Okay. Need to call the library. I feel like I literally did get her to do this. Oh, no, I technically haven't, because we're not done with the nightclub. I don't know what else to do with this man, but we'll keep doing it. And same with that man. This is what I was thinking about trying to do, was talk to... I think it was Classier was what they said how to pronounce it. Oh, I never talked to them! Okay, maybe we can do that. I don't know how to get Kim to leave me alone. And I hate to say that I want Kim to leave me alone, but you know. Call Alice back. Forge thing. This thing. Oh, okay, maybe I can do that too. Cruel and unusual should be on my headstone. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Constantly mean. I genuinely don't know how to make him go to sleep, so maybe I have to say I'm gonna go to sleep, because I thought last time that we just went to his door and then we had the talk. So maybe we'll go downstairs because I forgot to talk to those fucking dudes. And that's here. And then maybe I'll try to go to my little room and be like, oh, so tired, Kim, going to sleep. And then when he's like, okay, I'll go to sleep, then I can come talk to this lady, because I need to talk to her alone, apparently. But I fucking keep forgetting about these Hardy boys who did murder. Hello, sir.
The clowns are still hanging around. What is it now?
You're all liars, which I already knew. Let's start here.
Again? Seriously, man.
Oh,
Fine.
no. None of
Yeah,
that.
Whatever.
She said she wasn't raped.
Fuck. I knew that fucking whore couldn't be trusted.
Jesus.
You've hit a nerve. Titus is furious. No, more than that. The loyal Titus feels betrayed.
For the record, Titus Hardy did not explicitly specify the victim as a whore, nor did he say anything about trusting her.
Oh, shut up and stay out of this, Liz. He raped her. He was out of his fucking mind. You have no idea.
No, I think I'm gonna trust her.
She's just in denial, asshole. You don't understand the traumatic experience. She's shutting down, and she doesn't fucking trust you.
Look, I know that I explicitly got told not to trust her, but I feel like that's a weird thing to lie about. In the specific way she lied about it. It's not impossible, but... you know...
Yeah, she's crazy, you know. A crazy bitch. You know the type. She's fucked up.
Oh, yeah, that type,
This is a diversion. Stay on track.
Yeah, cut the bullshit. She told me the truth.
Lawman, I'm at the end of my goddamn rope with you. I fucking told you not to push her. And you went and pushed her. I am gonna fucking...
Hit you. Duck.
Titus Hardy.
Her voice rings through the room like a warning shot.
Success. Titus backs off. Fists down, everybody.
Boy.
Everett personally sent me to take care of this. If this goes south, we'll all be in the shit. But you, Titus Hardy, are going to be buried. Am I understood?
When she's angry, she emphasizes the S. It gives her voice a strangely hypnotic quality. Her lips barely move as she speaks. Frankly, it's a bit terrifying. Someone has to rush in to break the tension. The second in command.
Look, Copper. We know that fuck was a rapist and a killer. We got him confessing to it on tape.
You what?
Show it to him, T. What's the harm, right?
Here, jerkwad. Listen to this shit. And then come back and tell me the soldier of the apocalypse was an innocent man.
This is their last play, this tape. Their story is in tatters. A mess. It might be nice to listen to, but at this point, you don't need to.
Yeah, why should I care? You lied to me.
You don't care about evidence. The fuck are you a cop for, then?
Pigs, T. They don't care about getting the truth. They care about getting convictions. They are fucking keeping a score on their bulletin boards.
We literally are.
I won't be on your bulletin board.
Yeah, you will.
If you don't listen to the tape, we got nothing to talk about.
There's a lot of questions. If you ask them now, they'll just keep bringing up the tape. Listen to it, and they'll have nothing to hide behind.
Alright, well, good thing I have a boombox that I can play this loudly and publicly on.
Don't forget your tape, lawman. Compliments of Titus Hardy.
Fine, I'll listen to it.
You do that. Oh, and keep it. Maybe you'll need a reminder of human ugliness someday.
I'm gonna listen to this tape directly in front of your stupid face, Titus. Directly in front of your stupid face. Right in front of it after I save. Just casually have a tape of a dead man, and you wait to talk about that till now? Either in your room or find one from— yeah, no, I have the thing to listen to. Christ, okay. So excited for this horrible tape. A magnetic tape acquired from Titus Hardy. It supposedly holds a recording of the mercenary task force radio communications recorded via a de-encryption station. Not a good omen. Requires a boombox to play. Well, guess what?
The porter reel is just what you needed. The reels attach to the apparatus with a satisfying click. The tape is rooted behind the magnetic reader.
Play it.
You push, command set, and the tape starts spinning. Violent static and machine sounds fill the air.
This isn't Revachol. This is a fucking village. I can almost see the elephants.
Another loud screech, some kind of machinery. Please, laptop. Let me
The
play.
harbor. That's the sound of a Kvalson crane.
You fucking nerd, Kim.
When this shit is done, I'm gonna tear that place up. Soldier of the Apocalypse style. Kill shit. Dogs and chickens too. Gonna run a room, Cordy. A real nice room. I don't give a shit. I'm fucking done. I'm done mentally. I'll fucking do them all in. Rape that disco cunt on the counter. You know, the dance a whore upstairs. Do it Kohoi style. Never did get that taste out of my mouth.
A click, then silence. The rest of the tape is empty.
The lieutenant presses the button marked Arrête on your porterier. The tape stops spinning.
Alright, what was that at the very end? Silence?
End of recording.
What do you think?
It seemed authentic enough. Probably recorded off the shortwave, then edited to seem more incriminating. He sounded like he was on patrol around the harbor walls.
I agree, he also sounded inebriated.
Still.
The lieutenant looks at the tape. You're familiar with this look now. It's his look of suspicion.
There's more going on here than we know.
Who's this Cordy?
One of the other mercenaries, I think. The one he was talking to. A friend of his?
I feel like we already know this, but I don't remember. What's Kohoi? Please, laptop. Please.
A village on the Samaran Isola, in South Safre. Grad committed war crimes there, the kind of thing he talks about.
You think he was there?
Who knows? Maybe the tattoos would have an answer. Or maybe Kohoi is just merc talk for atrocity, slaughter.
A symbol of soldier of the apocalypse style conduct in a civil environment.
Okay, then what now?
I think we've got a few more questions for class here, don't you? This seems to contradict her testimony, at least to some degree.
Okay, I guess we can go talk to her again with Kim. But I'm gonna see if we can say anything else to the guys too. Because it said they wouldn't say anything interesting until we listened.
The
so
clowns are still hanging around. What is it now?
Can't believe it makes me watch. So I've listened to tape. I'm going to confront Classy with it.
Smart boy. You go do that.
Okay, we can't talk about the tape until I do that. Dumb. Okay. I thought we could ask more questions. Unless there's something I wasn't thinking about in the dialogue tree. Which is possible. And, like, it's fine. I have to talk to her alone at some point anyway, but I don't mind doing it with Kim right now. I'll just have to figure out making him leave me be also. It's too many steps ahead for you, game. You don't like that? Game really didn't like that. Boy, okay. Maybe... She's been around 4 months of payments for this room. Okay, maybe... I should just, I should give this a rest for the day. Since it has died a lot, and it seems really unhappy about me doing anything else. I really wish my laptop would cooperate, so that I didn't feel like I had to stop playing, but I've been struggling with it all day. And I think I don't want to have, like, one more awkward conversation, especially since it was really starting to chug again with the guys. So we're gonna save in here so I should remember what I'm doing with her. And then we have so many other things. Oh boy, I can mark off some of these. I found the missing husband. I am working on the ice cream thing, so that's a mix of an old and new thing. We're working on the Hardy stuff. We didn't get anywhere with Lena's husband. We're gonna have to do the signature thing, which it sounded like I need to do in my room. Which I can actually add a note. I still need to find a date spot for the hot sword lady. Did not make any waves on that. Maybe once we get the club up and running we can do that. And we'll have to check on the ice cream thing to see if it's melted so I can get stuff out of there. So we have 1.5 million things to do, and that's like not anywhere near all of it. Yeah, the laptop it wants to die. It wants to die so badly. And we have not told the wife yet. We found that guy kind of late in the day, and I was kind of hoping to do like all of the investigating before I go talk to her. I feel like the more information I have to give her all at once, probably the better, rather than like, oh yeah, I found a body, it's probably him. Oh yeah, maybe it's him. Oh, it's him. Like I feel like if I can kind of run that to its natural conclusion before I go bother, that might be better. Yeah, that's not gonna be good. She was so worried, and now I have to tell her he's dead. I'm not looking forward to it. But yeah, that's gonna have to be a next day thing anyway, so I can get all that information and so that she'll actually be out front, because she's just like a customer. She's not the actual bookstore lady, so it's gonna be terrible. And then we'll have to figure out what the fuck the dice maker is so I can get my fucking dice. And just 1 million other things. I'm glad I've been keeping notes because, my god, so much is constantly happening. And even though this is all here, obviously it's overwhelming still. So, yeah. I don't know when I'll play again. I want to say tomorrow, but I get the feeling I'm going to end up busy tomorrow. So we'll just be optimistic and we'll see when it happens. Yeah, I have a huge to-do list. I have so many things. But we lived. We made it through a good chunk of game in spite of my laptop fighting me. And I will play at least one extra time this week before next Sunday, because I didn't really mean not to play more last week. It was a weird week and I felt like shit for half of it, so I didn't really want to do anything. But I feel better now, so hopefully I'll figure out something. I will maybe I'll tentatively commit to Tuesday and we'll see how that actually goes, because I think I'm going to be busy tomorrow. But thank you for being here for a bit, and we will get back to it soon anyway. So yeah, bye.